What is going on? Welcome to Play by Play Tech. I'm your host, Max Chambliss, followed by my other host, Moan Dog Gaming.
What's happening?
What is going on, man?
What's happening?
You sound so excited.
Man, I'm tired, man. I had a long day today at work.
Tired.
So, yeah, I'm beat. I think after this, I'm going to bed.
Wow. Yeah, you gotta leave it to people be like, damn, man, what's going on?
Yeah, man. I see you didn't say the episode, so we're at episode 40. 40.
We have 40.
I can't believe we did 40 of these bad boys.
Yeah, 40 episodes. So, yeah, 40 episodes. I know time go by really fast. I was just noticing that, but yeah, it's been great. So
you released a new video, didn't you?
Yeah, I try to release a video all the time. And stuff,
okay.
So
you talk about me sounding down. You don't sound too happy. Look at you.
No, I'm great. No,
okay.
everything is good in my neighborhood.
All right.
So no, everything's good. Release a video. People liked it, and
I can tell. 1.9K views. I see you.
Yeah, I wish I could turn to subscribers.
You are turning subscribers. I think last episode you were at like 650, I believe. Now you're at 672, so you're almost hitting that the big 700.
I need to hit 1,000. I need to hit 1,000. Wink, wink. Now, yeah, no, it's just gonna help my channel grow if I hit that 1,000 subscribers. Because yeah, that'll be helpful. So.
Yeah, man. So if you guys, whoever's watching, here's Mac's page here. So check him out on YouTube. He is doing his thing. You see, he got the views going here. 1.9K.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of views, but I need people to subscribe. That's the only way I could keep making the content and stuff like this. Like when I'm doing this stuff. So it's gonna be a lot more and stuff. But like I said, I need you guys' support. If you like these videos, please hit that subscribe button and stuff. I know I'm like sound like a person like a broken record that's saying the same thing over and over again. But but I mean, I definitely appreciate you guys subscribing, watching my videos, and that is just I'm real thankful for that too. So thank you for everyone who have to subscribe to the channel. I'm looking at my phone right now because I'm trying to post on Instagram too, so that's why you see me going back and forth
just going back
and stuff. Yeah, because I'm trying to announce it and stuff because it seemed like it's just we switching back and forth between I'm doing videos and work, and you doing streaming and stuff like that. It's kind of like I'm making sure
that's
I get all that stuff together.
it's my biggest thing. I haven't streamed in a minute. I've been so busy,
What?
Yeah, I haven't even played any video games. I be honest with you, ever since I got
What?
HBO Max, I kind of just been busy catching up on all the stuff that I missed. Because you had it for what? How long? How long have you had HBO Max? About a
I think I
year?
got it from the beginning. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah. Just a little bit. Yeah, I got it when it first came out. So,
okay. Yeah, there's so much
I just
content
got
on
it.
there, and I'm trying to catch up
Yeah.
with it. I'm watching Titans now. I'm almost caught up with Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm at episode 20 now. So I watched all of it up into on HBO Max. I think it stops at episode 19, and then I had to roll over to Crunchyroll and continue on. But HBO Max, I didn't got so used to the dub version. It's like, all right, so I should have just stuck to subtitles. I actually prefer subtitles, to be honest with you. I like the real
Yeah.
voices.
Yeah. I'm the same way too. My thing is that like even like Dragon Ball and stuff like that, Dragon Ball Z, and well, I take that back. Dragon Ball Z on certain things, I do like uh Kakarot or Goku. I like Vegeta voice too and stuff. So
Yeah,
I could go both ways when it comes to subtitles or hearing the dub
yeah,
version,
but if you
because the
switch over
reason why
to
is because
Naruto, it's horrible.
oh no, yeah, that one I can't listen to dub version. It had to be all
Yeah,
subtitle
yeah,
for that one. And Bleach. The reason why I could go both ways with Bleach too, even though that show haven't made any new episodes. But the guy who played Ichigo, it was the Black Ranger in Power Ranger.
Oh,
He was
Zach,
no, not that guy. It was
Adam. I think Adam was Black Ranger in the newer version of the Mighty Morphin.
I can't. He also played the voice of Nero in Devil May Cry 4 and 5, and he played a lot of voices. He played a lot of voice acting, but yeah, he is yeah. That was one of the reasons why I like watching Bleach. Is like I said, I like to support that guy. He
Did
is
you continue Bleach after the last episode of the anime version? Did you continue on the manga?
What you mean? No, hold on for a minute. I think I continued the manga all. I think I stopped. I
And
stopped reading
after
it
we talk about this, I
after
believe you got a question on your page too, Max. So,
I read.
yep,
Oh,
a
oh,
guy
snap,
Christian
crackle, and
Slater.
pop.
He said, "Hi, I have a question. How is gaming on a Sony A90J?"
Okay, all right. We might as well talk about this. I get a lot of questions so far about the 890J. Good question. So the 890J for gaming is good, but I think it could be better. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the 4K 120 on the 890J is really good. I'm not going to even um I'm not going to even like say anything bad about the 4K 120, because I know when it came out with the firmware update for the 900H last year, I heard people say it was a little it wasn't. It was just a little soft when it comes to their 4K content. That Sony came out with a patch to fix that. But on the A9J, I don't have that issue. But the issue I do have with the gaming portion of it is the HDR color banding, and I think I mentioned that in one of my videos. So I started off with the Xbox Series X, and I started playing Halo, Master Chief Collection, Destiny 2, Forza Horizon, and I can't think of the other games that I played at the top of my head. So that was on the Series X. On the PlayStation 5, it was just Destiny 2 and Call of Duty. Oh, and Call of Duty on the Xbox Series
You
X.
play
I
Destiny
have
on both
Modern War.
consoles?
Yeah, because I bought Destiny 2 on
Oh, yes,
PlayStation.
right.
You remember PlayStation? You remember
Yes,
we bought
we
Destiny
all
on
bought
PlayStation
that.
originally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when Xbox came out when Destiny came out with the Game Pass on Xbox, that's where I was like, oh, it's a free game. So I have it on both consoles. So going back to the HDR color banding issue, uh, I noticed that when you playing games, It's only on certain games. That's kind of like the weird part about it. If you have a character, you look up and you kind of look at the sun, you can see the color banding really really well and stuff. You can see how the colors start to separate. And so I don't know if that's a Sony problem. People are saying it is a Sony problem. Some people who have an LG C10 or C1 mentioned that there are color banding, HDR color banding issues. But I think from owning this TV and reading the forums about it, going on Reddit stuff, I think it's more of a Sony issue, and that's something I'm hoping. I'm crossing my fingers they'll fix with a firmware update. But I will say this is only happens when you play a 4K 120 content. If I'm playing at 4K 60, I don't see any color banding whatsoever and stuff, except for maybe some cinematic scenes and stuff. But I had to really have to look for it. But I also see a little bit of color banding on my A9F. So is it something that I just starting to see, and I just haven't noticed on my other TV. And I have a Samsung G7 Odyssey G7 right next to me, and I even sometimes see color banding on that monitor too. So it's one of those type of things. It's kind of like picking poison. But to answer your question about gaming, yes, it is okay. It could be better. That's all I'll say.
Hopefully Sony will come up with some firmware updates to fix that. Is that your only gripe about it?
No, I have another gripe about it too. Is he still? I'm trying to look at. I'm trying to look at the chat session too, and I get a chance because I'm. Let me see here.
All right. Well,
is he still on the chat? Let's see. I'm gonna make sure I answer his questions.
But we have a few people watching, so I'm pretty sure they're very interested.
Oh, okay.
In that
so
TV.
so I'm assuming. So hopefully I'll answer that question. So my other gripe that I have with the Sony A90J is that when you're gaming specifically, I have a big issue with how they do the HDMI settings. So in order for you to do 4K 120, and I'm going to put up a video about this as well soon, you have to go into the Sony settings. You have to constantly go into the Sony settings. You have to switch it from the external output on the HDMI. And I touched this on my last video. And you have to switch from the enhance mode, that's the 4K 120, to Dolby Vision. And you have to toggle between both of them depending on what you're doing. So if I want to watch a movie on, let's just say, a Blu-ray player, or I want to watch a movie on the external player, whatever that may be and stuff, and I don't want to play 4K 120, I have to go into the Sony settings and toggle between the Dolby Vision version or the switch to the 4K 120, which I don't like and stuff. I wish Sony. I don't know why Sony did
It's
that,
not, but it's not just a Sony thing. I've seen that issue with the G1, the LG G1s, or switching between trying to get the peak brightness to 900. You got to switch from the Dolby Vision or whatever mode they have there, and that's everybody's biggest thing about it. Is I don't know why they won't combine it.
So I don't know about the LG that much because I don't have the LG TV, but I am going to pick one up. I'm going to pick one up just to see what the differences between the A90J and the G. Either it's going to be a G1 or the C1. Mm-hmm. I haven't quite decided yet, but that's one of my other biggest gripes is that I wish they combine those settings, and the reason being is because Dolby Vision is going to be coming out with Dolby Vision Gaming, Dolby Gaming soon, and they already have an update on the Xbox. If you're if you have that early access, you'll have the early access of the firmware, and I think it's a certain games that will play Dolby Vision Gaming. Is Forza, and I forgot the other 3 games at the top of my head, but those are the game. That's something that I'm a little concerned about with the Sony TV, because if Dolby Vision come out with their proprietary setting and they do, so let's say 4K 120, I don't know if the Sony TV is going to do that and stuff. So that's kind of like my gripe about that portion of it. Another negative that I do have with the Sony TV is when you first get the TV, and I do want. I wish I would have recorded this before I calibrated the settings on the TV. But when you first get the TV, out of the box, the pictures is great. Any reviewer, anybody who owns a TV said the pictures are great. But I used to every time I buy a brand new TV, I break it in with some with some slides, some color slides. You can find it on YouTube. And
After you get done with this question, there's another question. So go ahead and finish up.
Okay, so so when you go through this color slide, it's like you break in your TV after 100 hours, and then I go ahead and calibrate the TV. There is when you first get the TV and you go through the settings, there if you go to a white screen specifically, and you if you're at a certain angle, it has a blue tint to it. And it annoyed the crap out of me because I noticed that certain content looked a little bit bluish to it. But I know once I updated the settings to it, you don't see that anymore. And then those settings that I mentioned before, I think I mentioned in my videos before, if you go to AVS forums, because these are not my settings, that's why I don't want to take credit for it. I said this multiple times. I don't want to take credit for it. It's a professional calibrator. His name is D Nice. And I can't think of the other guy. His name is Jeff. They're both professional calibrators, but they own AVS forums. And I follow the A90J forum, Sony specifically. And these guys know exactly what they're doing. D Nice has done my calibration for the 89F. And I did have a calibrate from Best Buy, but I didn't have a good experience with that. So I talked to D Nice about it, and he calibrated my A9F, and I've been happy since then. So once I got the A90J, I talked to him and he helped me out with the calibration.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that was like one of the things. So if anybody's thinking about getting their TV calibrated from Best Buy, I will be kind of hesitant about it because the reason being, the last video that I mentioned how to unlock the Calvin for Bravia, the 20 white point settings, their Best Buy didn't do that. All they did was they did a couple of things on my Sony A9F, and I didn't think the guy did a good job with it. And so when I talked to D Nice about it, and he said that doesn't make sense. He helped calibrate the TV, and it was like night and day. I was just like, wow, it looks amazing. So what was the next question?
So all your Sony questions, Max actually have the product, so he can answer all that stuff for you. Joseph Johnson. He said, "Quick." I don't have it, so I'm not going to name anything of it. You talk to the professional here on the channel. So Joseph Johnson, he said, "Hey, quick question. If you have a minute, are you guys still having issues with the Microsoft wireless headset? Would you recommend picking it up or waiting? Love the content you guys are putting out." So before you start, Max, before you start,
I was about to rain hail, but you go first.
So the headset is an amazing product. I will say this. It is.
Hold on for a minute. Let me grab my headset right quick.
When it works. So when I first bought the headset, I first put it on. I went through the settings. I wasn't paying attention because I was so excited when I got it. While it was updating, it tells you in the screen, please, make the headset be still as it updates, and I wasn't doing it. I had it on my head. I was doing all this and all that, and then I finally looked when it was at 90. I'm like, oh snap, and I threw it down, right? But when I picked it, when it was done updating, and I picked it up, I put it on. I tried Skyrim. I know Skyrim is an old game, but they updated it, and Skyrim looks amazing right now. And Skyrim is a game where you can probably get the best. I wouldn't say it's the best game for it, but it's one of the games that gives you great, whatever the 3D audio, Atmos, whatever the Xbox is putting out. And it sounds great. The issues that I had on day one of the headset was I got static and it was going in and out. So, and it was very, very irritating. And then it will stop. It will stop. And I'm like, okay, this headset's amazing because you really, and the bass that they implement in the headset is like second to none when it comes to gaming headset. I mean, it's amazing. The whole bass boost system and calibrating and all that stuff. I haven't even calibrated it yet because it sounds amazing out the box. But I did boost the bass boost about I believe 6 or 7.
Yeah,
Then
6.
after that happened, I told Max about it because I had mixed feelings because when it works, I mean it's solid. So then the next day I tried it, it didn't do it. I had a great experience, and then the next day after that I had a great experience. So I figure maybe it was an initial startup. My headset's been working ever since because I was a little bit torn between the two because with the way things are going now, you can't really grab everything, right? Everybody's up on everything. Everybody's at home. The pandemic's going on. Things are selling out fast, especially with the semiconductor issue with the processors.
Yeah.
So everything is like you got to try to get stuff on day one. So far as me on my end, the headset works. Mask can even attest when the headset works, it's amazing, but it does have its issues. And also, I mean, it is Xbox getting back into the whole headset game, proprietary to their stuff. So you can expect issues, but I didn't expect this. I really didn't, especially when you're trying to, especially with the new Bluetooth format that's out. You shouldn't be having these type of cut in and out issues. So, but my headset hasn't done it anymore. Max, on the other hand, has a different. He
Oh
had to get a whole
man.
new
See,
headset.
yeah. So I had the opposite experience. So the interesting part, so Moan got his headset before I did. And so this is the funny part. So I pre-ordered the headset before Moan pre-ordered his headset. And he got his headset before I did. So I was pissed off about that. So and the funny thing is I pre-ordered it from Microsoft. And I didn't and I thought Microsoft would, be on on their stuff. I'm trying not to refrain from going off. But so I messaged, I was like, Mo, how did you get yours on day one? He said, I don't know and stuff. I was like, Microsoft should have gave it to me first. So I waited.
Like
I
a
waited
day or
one day.
two, didn't you?
Yeah, no, it was 2 days. I waited
Yeah,
two
it was
days
2
and
days.
stuff. But then I looked at my order. I was like, why didn't it get shipped? So I messaged them, and long story short, they made a mistake. For some reason, they didn't ship my headset. So they finally shipped my headset. So when I got it, I did a whole unboxing video, and I haven't posted it yet because I was going to do an unboxing and a review on the headset. And so I was about to go into real details. I said, "Oh, this headset is great," da, 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 and stuff like that. I was like, "Moan, I don't understand what you're talking about. I had no issues with my headset." All of a sudden, I was like, let me just before I put this video out on YouTube, let me just review it for 1 week just to make sure, because you have other people who review stuff real quick, and they'll have it for a day and then say, oh, it's the best headset ever and stuff like that, no issues. Oh, you may run into this, but that's pretty much it. And then they'll just throw the video out there. But for me, on the other hand, I like to hold on to it. It's just like the Sony A90J. I still haven't put a review out on that TV yet because I want to make sure I understand everything about that TV before I put out a review, because people like to put reviews out so quick just to go ahead and just be done with it and then work on the next product and so forth. I bought that TV, so it's like I'm not taking that TV back, but I like to put a detailed review for people who are really interested in buying that TV. So going back to the headset, I had it for a week, 1 week, and in 1 week I had some connection issue. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense. So I was looking on Xbox and I thought it was something wrong with the battery. So I turned it on, turned it off. I did the reset. I did a hard reset, just like what Microsoft suggested. I plugged it up to my Xbox, and it didn't work. It would show up on my Xbox screen, and then all of a sudden, it automatically cuts off, like automatically, like within it will come on for a second. Well, it's like 5 seconds. It will show up on showing up, and then all of a sudden, it cuts itself off. The only way that I could use the headset if I had it plugged up. But when I had it plugged up, I was hearing that same staticking issue that you was running into, Mo, when you first got it. And I updated the headset too, so I know I had the latest firmware update. So I was like, okay, I don't care. I said, what the fuck? I was like, what's going on? So I talked to Microsoft and I told them what was going on. They said, well, try resetting your Xbox. I did all this stuff. So I did exactly what they asked, and it still didn't work. So I went ahead and sent my headset back, and they sent me one within a couple of days. So now I got the new one. So far it's working. I have no issues with it, but is it worth buying it now? I could say yes, and the reason being is like I said, I still haven't put a review out, but I'm giving you a review right now. This headset for $99, I think it's worth it. I do have an Astros. This is in the other room. I should have bought that in too. I paid $250 Astros. What was it? Gen 3 Astro A50s Gen 3. And I bought that for the PlayStation 4, and then I had to buy the if you see this right here, I had to buy this little set right here for the Xbox. Xbox. So they work for the Xbox and the PlayStation. Long story short, I had issues with Astros. I updated the firmware, and I had really, really bad wireless signal. They sound amazing. I have no issues with the Astro. I think the Astros are the best sounding headphones ever, but I had a really bad signal issue. It doesn't matter where I am in the house, and it's just like if I sit maybe a couple feet from the Astros base station, exactly, it wouldn't work and stuff. It's like I have to tilt my head a certain way, and I was just like, at this point, I said, let me just go ahead and get the Sony ones and then get the Xbox proprietary one and be done with it. So long story short, this is worth it for $100 because if you were spending like $250 for these and you was having the issues that I was having before, then I would say don't get the TV, don't get the headset. But since it is only $100, it does have a lot of features that I think a lot of headsets can't do at this price range.
You can't beat it. You can't beat it.
You can't really beat it. And just like what Moan said about the settings, you could do a lot of customization to it. So it has Atmos. You could do Atmos. You could do DTS X. But of course, you got to buy the software for it on the Xbox store. But other than that, my other gripe is I hate these. I don't like this. I hate this. I hate this with a passion. Nuts. Yeah. I hate this mic with a passion. Yeah. And that's one thing I kind of wish they would have followed what Sony did.
I was just going to say I wish they would have followed that.
Because even though you could cut this mic off and stuff, you still see it on your peripheral vision.
I know, it drives me nuts.
Where it blinks, and it drives me nuts, and it is very, very distracting and stuff. So that's just my 10 cents. Well, excuse me, not 10 cents, my 2 cents on there. And then the other thing I really, really don't like on here, I don't like this button that much. I kind of like how Sony
it doesn't bother me. I like the button. So
it bothers me because I don't know if it's on, because I like how Sony did theirs where you slide from up and down.
Yeah.
And with this one, I have to constantly press it just to see if it comes on. But the positives about it is when you do turn it on, I do like the Microsoft Xbox sound when it comes on.
I love the fact that the headset cuts the console on. Like Max showed me that feature because I'm always so used to grabbing the controller, hitting the button, I'm ready to go. And then Max tells me, you cut your console on with your headset. And I'm like, really? And literally, as soon as I got off the podcast, I tried it, and I was like a kid in a candy shop. I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah. These are pretty neat. So it's like, so the pros is that you can't cut your console on with these headphones, but there's pros and cons to that. You could also use this for your phone. Mm-hmm. So if you only want to use this for your phone and you don't want to cut your console off, it's kind of like there's no way to do it.
Right.
Once you turn this on, it cuts on the console too. It's like, and I get to use this with my PC and my Mac and stuff. So if you just want to use this for the PC, you turn this on, it will turn your Xbox on. So those are kind of like the pros and cons. It could be a pro for some people. So, I'm only going to use it for the Xbox, but I kind of like switch it between like our podcast right now because I have the PlayStation right now. But if I was using my headset and stuff, it would have turned on my Xbox right now if I would sync this into my computer. So those are just other like small things that kind of irritate me. Maybe they may fix that in the firmware update.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, stop being negative. These are really, really good headsets for $99.
I do like the feature. I do like the feature of it when the headset expands, they lock, so you can't pull them down when they're open. I do love that aspect. I actually kind of like the PlayStation's version of adjusting your headset because it's just a band and you just pull it down and you're set. I mean, it's like the most simplest thing ever.
Well, to be honest with you, I think the Xbox are more comfortable than the PlayStation because I got the Pulse right now. The only reason I'm not wearing these right now is because I was late for the podcast and these Sony are
Max.
Like literally just
we got things to do.
Literally just sitting right here. Sorry about that. But these are more comfortable and stuff, in my opinion. But I really hate this mic for the passion. So if Microsoft is listening to this and stuff, they should have had
come out with a version. If you're gonna update it, come out with it.
Yeah.
Do Sony.
Do the song, but I do like how you could turn the volume up.
That's my favorite feature.
This is pretty sweet. I don't like how Sony, and this is me going.
It takes forever. It's like you gotta tap it, and then you gotta wait for the volume bar to come up, and it's like
I don't like that. So there's pros and cons of both headsets. But to answer your question, I know it's a super long-winded answer. They are good. They're good headsets.
Yeah, they're good, and it's a new thing, right? So when you become an early adopter, you expect problem. Well, I shouldn't say that. When you're dealing with a huge titan of a manufacturer, you think you shouldn't have problems, but everything is still man-made, right? So nothing's going to be perfect. When it comes to the first things you buy. Same thing with Maxes. I mean, all how expensive those TVs are, and there's still issues and problems. It's the same with laptops, computers, game consoles. Look at how the PlayStation 4 was when you first, how much was PlayStation 4 when it came out? $400, and you paid this money and they don't have.
Was it $400?
Yeah, I think it was $400. Well, $5, whatever it was.
It was $500. PlayStation 3
was
that was when it
$600.
was $600.
Yeah.
That was $600. That was when Blu-ray first came out, and
it was ridiculous.
Yeah, because we talked about that. And stuff. Yeah, because I'm always we the early adopters on everything and stuff. So
and when you buy all this money,
it comes with the territory.
Yeah, when you spend all this money on these consoles, they don't have all the features, and then a couple of years down the line, they'll start adding certain stuff. It's like, man, you guys, I spent all this money. You guys should have put that in there from the beginning, So
yeah,
but that's what they do. It's marketing, right? I mean, you don't make it, so there's nothing you can do about it.
So for me, I'm going back to the TV situation. So hopefully I answer Joseph's question, or Joe. Hopefully you go by Joe.
One second. Dark Saber said Xbox headset work with PC. Yes, and it does it wirelessly.
Yes, it does.
It does it wirelessly.
Yes, it does it wireless.
Mm-hmm.
So you could hook to your PC. You could hook up to your Mac. You can hook it up to your cell phone, and the only thing you can't hook it up to is your PlayStation 5. Because
of course not.
well, and you can't technically hook this up to a TV too if they accept Bluetooth. I haven't tried it on my Sony. You know what? I should test this out.
I'm glad you said that because I have the Chromecast with Google TV, and I've already hooked up.
Well, the funny part is I had the AirPods Pro and I had my Sony A90J hooked up to it. And I think if people really looked at that video and looked at the settings, you could see that I have my AirPods Pro hooked up to it. Yeah. So the reason why I do that because sometimes when my wife is asleep, the TV gets really loud, and so that's kind of like
That's
another
actually
thing.
pretty neat. That's actually pretty neat.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's pretty
Yeah.
neat about
It's
that.
the same
But
thing with the Google TV. Well, it's the same thing, right? Because it has Google TV and the PlayStation because Google TV has Bluetooth. So I've already hooked up my Xbox controller up and downloaded GeForce Now on the Chromecast with Google TV, and it's
yeah.
awesome. The hardware is not as good as the Chromecast 4K. So it is a little laggy, but I just wanted to try it. But I'm glad you said something, Max. I am going to try to hook up the Xbox to the Google TV.
Yeah, I just know this won't work because Sony, I forgot what was the reasoning behind it, but
Nope, no dongle. Is just it connects. That's what's awesome about it.
yeah, this is not a dongle. The PlayStation has a
PlayStation
dongle,
has a dongle. Yep.
but the Xbox doesn't.
But I will say
So
though, when you have a dongle, the connections more seamlessly. I will say you don't have to go and you have to pair nothing.
that's true.
So
That is true.
I do like that, but I also like not having to keep up with a dongle.
So there's a pros and cons to that too.
Yeah.
So but going back to I was going to touch on the TV again on the Sony A90J. I did have some people comment why I didn't get an LG. Simple fact that
You don't like WebOS.
I don't have. Well, no, it's not that. No, I don't have a problem with LG. With the what the reasoning why I bought an A90J is because the A90J came out first before the LG, and so
so if the LG came out first, you'd have got it.
I think to be honest with you, I think so.
Really? I didn't think you was an LG fanboy.
Well, I don't care for the gaming monitors, and I told you about that.
Yeah.
And so that's what pissed me off about the gaming monitors. I know people gave me a lot of hell on that, but yeah, I like the Samsung Odyssey G7 monitor better than the LG.
The Odyssey lines are really good. I mean, it's just hands down.
Well, to me, and I don't like IPS panels that much, just because I like looking at content more. And Samsung the monitor is a VA panel, and that's why I gravitated more towards the Odyssey G7. And if you're curious, you can see on my channel, I have the Odyssey G7, and I use it for work. And I do. I'm not gonna go on specifics of my jobs, but I do a lot of design work, and I like using this monitor specifically for that. And when I game on this monitor too, it's phenomenal and stuff. I mean, the LG gaming is great too, but for me doing design work, I like the Odyssey better and stuff. So that's kind of like just my preference and stuff. So, but going back to the whole TV discussion, I don't have a problem with LG at all, and I would have bought that first, but I have a person, like I said, I talk to at Best Buy all the time, and he told me, he said, the A90J came out, and I was like, do you have it on display? He said, yeah. So I drove over there, and I was just like, I wasn't convinced about the A90J. Everybody said it's brighter, and I was like, how much brighter can it be? And then I looked at it, and I was like, oh, I gotta bring this shit home. And so I told him to just charge it and stuff, and he charged it. I got it. It was so funny. It was like right when I saw it on display, I immediately said,
"So Max did an impulse buy. That was it."
Oh, it was a super impulse buy because it was no discussion whatsoever because my wife was asking for a TV for the bedroom. But I didn't tell her when I was going to get one or not. And so when the A90J came out, and I was just like, let's go ahead and see this and stuff. And then I took a look at it. My whole debate was I was either thinking about getting the LG C1, G1, or the Sony A80J. The A80J haven't came out yet. And so the A90J, I was like, I'll wait to get that TV later and put that in the basement once I get the basement done. But then when I saw it on display, I was just like, oh hell, I gotta get this TV now because it's great. It was like if you're looking at for watching movies and stuff, it's a great TV and stuff. I don't have no problem with it except for the gaming part. The gaming part, that's where I have issues with and stuff. So.
Well, we'll see. I told Max that I want to pick up a LG G1 hopefully next month, and I've been looking at it, eyeing it. I've been keeping up with it, and it's sold out everywhere. So
Well,
hopefully,
you may want to get a C1 because I was looking at some people's reviews. They were saying like the brightness is on is like very similar to the G1. The C1 and G1 brightness are pretty similar, even though G1 got the new panel.
mhm.
So I say
Well, I was
just
gonna
do
get a
your review.
C1. I was gonna get a C1 for the bedroom. So,
Well, just to give you a heads up too, the G1 doesn't come with a TV stand.
oh,
So that's
I
another
know.
thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yep. I saw
I just
that.
had to let you, yeah, because some people, because like for the A90J, I know I said something about the TV stand itself and stuff like that, but I think Sony did a good job because now I have to refract from what I said earlier before because I said like, oh yeah, I didn't care for the TV stand that much. The reason why I really don't care for a TV stand or a TV stand in general because I put wall mounting it
Yeah, that's why
and
I don't
stuff.
care. Everything I have here is
So
mounted.
so but for people who are using it for a TV stand, I think I do like how Sony approach is on the the TV stand because you got different ways you could do a flat because you had two different ways you could do it. You could do a flat or you could do it have it standing up higher and stuff. I didn't know that at the time when I was unboxing it, but somebody told me in the comments and I was like, really? And then I looked at the instructions and stuff because the quick review instruction doesn't say you could switch it and stuff. And so I was just like, okay, let me just go ahead and hook this
Yeah,
up
all the
real quick.
reviews
Cause
I've seen, it
I
looked like the TV sits flat on the table with the stands next to it.
yeah, and that's what I initially thought at first, but then someone told me, I said, you can switch it over, and then I looked at the instruction, I said, oh crap, you can, and so I didn't care at that point because I was like, I'm getting the wall mounted anyway,
Yeah.
and then the other thing that was I was rushing to get this TV on to get it on the TV stand and put it in my room. I wanted to make sure I didn't have any issues with the TV because I didn't want to wall mount the TV. And then I found out I had shitload of issues
Yeah.
with the TV. And so that was like one of the other reasons why I hurried up to unbox the TV and then set up the settings. So so this is there's a warning to everyone. Do not wall mount a TV yet until you know the TV is what you're looking to have. Because I have bought a TV before and it had a lot of defects on it, but I had it wall mounted. And so that's going to be an issue if you have your TV wall mounted and stuff, and
Yeah.
you found out you got TV issues and stuff.
Yeah.
Just word to the wise. And Mo, you had the story about the LG, which you got your parents and stuff. So
It came. It came broken. I'm not because that pissed me off. I had to help my dad get another TV. So it
yeah,
was just ridiculous. Hopefully that's only the bad experience I've had though. Like I have all LG TVs here. I've always been a fan of the WebOS until Google finally started getting back into the whole TV market because I had the original Google TV when it first came out and it was horrible. Like and it came with a keyboard. I'll never forget that. And do I still have it? No, I think I sold it. I should have kept it. That would have been a nice thing to have in the background here.
with the keyboard. Oh,
Yeah, the old Google TV. And then when it got back into the business, I'm like, man, now, Vizio, I believe, uses it and the Sony uses it. And I'm like, man, so I kind of start looking at the Vizios and the Sonys. And then the newer LGs came out and the updated WebOS. And I'm like,
mm-hmm.
okay, I'm back on LG. And I still haven't bought anything other than LG TVs. I have about two here.
Yeah,
Two.
you're a diehard LG
Yeah.
when it comes to that. Yeah, because you got the cell phones, you had the watches and stuff.
I
And
got the
for me,
washer and
on the other
dryer now.
hand,
I just bought the washer and dryer LG with the Wi-Fi and stuff. So
yeah,
so far they've been satisfying. you know,
yeah. For me, I have no loyalty to any TV manufacturer whatsoever. I mean, whoever has the best picture and stuff. Well, I want to say that I take that back. It is what you're looking for in a TV. That's
yeah.
what I should say. So if it for what I'm understanding now and what I'm starting to see, if you're looking for gaming, I say go to LG for their TVs. If you're looking for more on movie content, streaming,
Sony is
sports
the
and
way to
stuff like
go.
yeah, motion. And I know there's a big debate about motion between LG and Sony. I'm
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 turning it
saying
off. I don't
this.
need it. I don't need the whole motion.
I'm saying that I think this is my opinion. I think Sony is better when it comes to that processing and stuff. I
Oh
know
yeah.
LG came up. Yeah, I know LG came a long way,
Mm-hmm.
but Sony is known for their picture processing. The gaming aspect, LG, hands down. I am not debating that at all
Yeah.
and stuff. I like I said, LG has done a great job with their gaming aspect, especially when they got the NVIDIA certified, they got the AMD FreeSync, and people use it for PC monitors and stuff like that. It works well with the Xbox Series X,
Yep.
PlayStation 5. I mean, it works as expected. The Sony on the other hand and stuff, it needs some work. So I'm being blunt. It needs some
Yeah.
work for the gaming aspect. So
So Darksaber was asking Chromecast. Yes, I have the Chromecast with Google TV, and it's the best thing I've ever bought. You know, next to my Nvidia Shield. And Joseph asks any recommendations of 4K streaming players. To be honest with you, if you want the best bang for your buck and an amazing experience, buy the Chromecast with Google TV. It's only $50, and you get 4K 60. You know, but if you
yeah,
want to take it to the next level, get your Nvidia Shield. You know, I have one. Nvidia Shield's never disappointed me. I just hate that they haven't updated to the new Google TV. I don't understand why. Like the Shield is like the forefront of the whole Google horsepower, gaming aspect of the
yeah, that
Android TV. So, and I don't understand. I don't even use the Nvidia Shield anymore because I have GeForce Now, and I got GeForce Now
yeah.
on the Chromecast with Google TV plugged up to my LG. So, and then I love the fact that the Chromecast with Google TV, I can control my TV and my 5.1 surround system with it at this on one controller. You know, and so it's just the whole Google TV has been with the dongle has been an amazing experience so far, and I just fell in love with it, you know, and I'm getting the frame rates I want with the resolution without any performance hit, and oh, of course I got the super high bandwidth Wi-Fi at home with a nice home Wi-Fi system, so I just have a great experience all around. But if you want to spend the money, if you want the best possible experience, get NVIDIA Shield if you want the gaming aspect on it. If not, get you the Chromecast or Google TV. Spend $50. It's gonna be the best $50 you ever spent. You know, do I suggest those
Yeah.
offset ones from Amazon where it's an Android this and has 4K and all that? Me personally, no. Because I don't think there's enough support if something was to go bad, and a lot of the companies are kind of Japanese made, which nothing wrong with it. It's just it's something I don't prefer. The Roku devices are okay. I just don't too much care for them, and of course Amazon is Amazon. So
Well, Roku. So I think Roku's are really good, but just to give you a heads up, they don't support Dolby Vision.
no,
They support Dolby Atmos, which I think is
funny.
kind of strange.
Yeah,
Yeah, that they do. I have so I have Google TV and I have Apple TV. I I like both, and the reason being, I like Google TV just a little bit more because that's why I have them. That's why I'm kind of used to have. The Apple TV is good as well because I like when I go in because I purchase a lot of movies. I like going into the movies and it shows up kind of like it shows a menu screen just like if you bought a 4K Blu-ray or Blu-ray movie or a DVD movie. It has a menu, it has a scene selection, it has extra content and so forth. I know for Google TV, on the other hand, it doesn't have that type of appearance or UI. That's the best way I get when it comes to that movie content. It just go ahead and just play the movie, and then you have to go out of it to go into the extra content. Apple TV is pretty much set up as in like if you bought the 4K Blu-ray movie, you'll see it just like that. That's one of the reasons why I like the Apple TV. But for me, I've been using Google TV for quite some time,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
just
It's a great
my
experience. Oh, and I will say another positive thing about the Chromecast with Google TV is that you can plug up a USB hub to it, and you can put a keyboard, mouse. You can put a camera on there for video calls. You can plug up your controllers. You can plug all this extra stuff up to it as if you're on a computer. So that's another huge positive I like about it on this little itty bitty $50 dongle. So I just hope that they come up with an updated version. Of course, it's going to cost a little more, but where it bumps it up to 4K 120, and it's much better to cloud game on. I'm into the cloud gaming. I like it. I haven't been really
I
playing
hate cloud gaming.
it. Max hates it.
Yeah,
So
I don't know. It's so
it's
cloud
just
gaming.
convenient. It's just convenient. I
We
love
don't.
the
I
convenience.
think we don't have the infrastructure for that yet because
Mhm.
it's like if you have a Sony PlayStation, and you got a PlayStation Now, there you go. And that's kind of like my issue. I just when you stream games, there's always issues when it comes to um I don't know, just the whole buffering situation. I would hate to use my lose my resolution while I'm playing a game
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
that
So
sucks. I hate that too.
I hate when it goes to 4K and then 1440p and then 1080p depending on your internet service and stuff. Even if you have the high internet service,
It
it's
still
still not
lags at
guaranteed.
times.
Yeah, it
Hmm.
still lags. There's no guarantee. That's why I hate cloud-based gaming. But I think that will eventually be the future and stuff like that. But
Yeah, but
right now,
I
I
like
think we don't
owning
have the
and having
technology.
something. The only thing I don't like about cloud gaming, I feel like I don't own the product. So if that company ever goes down and I spent a lot of money for it, then all my stuff that I bought goes with it. It's just I had the on live when the cloud gaming first came out. I bought the on live console and I bought the sucky Duke Nukem game that they remade or whatever that came out, and I bought the game. Now the service is gone, and Valve bought them. Valve on Steam, and that's no more. And I'm glad I only bought one game for that. I'm glad I only bought one game for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing with Stadia too. I said it from the
Stadia is
beginning.
a horrible iteration of cloud gaming. They need to revamp that.
I said that from the beginning. I didn't think it was a good idea. I didn't think it was ready and stuff, and that just proved my
I'll tell you
point
what.
about cloud gaming.
I'll tell you what. I
So
got this for free. Right? Where's my? I got this for free. Come on, come back. There we go. I got this for free. And I got it during the whole, if you have YouTube Premium, you can get the Stadia Premium for free. Because I told Max, I had Stadia before, I paid for it. I It
yeah,
wasn't a good experience. It wasn't a good
I
experience.
refuse to get that.
And then,
Yeah.
I guess it's been out for a year and a half, so and I canceled my service, and I said, all right, since they're giving this to me free, it's been a year and some change, I'll try it again. So I did get back on. I did get on Destiny. I had a good experience, but I thought they would come out because they're supposed to have tiers, right? They're supposed to have 1080p, I believe 1080p 60 without 5.1 surround. It's supposed to be for free, and that they haven't kept up with that promise. So now you got to pay. What I hate about it is you got to pay $60 and you still don't own the game. So if you stop paying if you pay $60 for a game and you stop paying your premium service for $10 a month, you don't own the game anymore. So, so it just I hate that. It sucks. Now GeForce Now, I keep telling everybody it's the best possible gaming cloud experience. It's the most solid. They did it the right way. They allowed the service to be free for about 5 years before they finally made it to where it's doable, and you could play all the games you own without paying a dime. But they have more premium services, and they changed a couple things, but you play all the games you already have. So and then the Xbox came out, and we had xCloud for I don't know how long, maybe a
Mhm.
year or two, and it was free. You had to be a part of the Xbox Insiders program, but it was free, and you get to play with it, you get to test it out, and you have some good experience, you have some bad experiences, and now it's not as solid as GeForce Now because it's still it still lags and all that stuff, but you can actually have an enjoyment out of it, and then you get to play all your Xbox games on your phone, your tablet, and now I think they're going to try a browser version, and I think that'd be great. I mean, Xbox is doing a lot, and you know what's funny?
Yeah.
Speaking on that, we still haven't even gotten to our first subject, and I'm pretty sure we're not going to hit them all. But
No, we not.
Xbox is thinking about buying Discord. I hope this is true. This article. So this will be a game changer.
Yeah,
This I told Max. I
that's a
told
good. Yeah, that's
Max
good.
when Series X was coming out, when we didn't know too much about it, I was hoping they had a Discord integration. I kept saying it, and now this looks like that. This may be possible. I mean, this is at the phase to when we first found out that Xbox was buying Bethesda. So hopefully this continues on, because that would be a huge power move. There's like about 50 million users on Discord, and they're all just about consist of gaming. And don't quote me on that, but there are hundreds of millions of people on Discord right now. So and it just doesn't stop at gaming, but it's the headline of gaming. And everybody, we have a Discord channel. As a matter of fact, I'll put it in the chat right now. So if you want to come join our Discord, there it is right there. So I just put it on there. Yeah. So I want to know how that will work. If they threw it in the consoles, they threw it in the, and then Discord is on PC. I use Discord for my streaming. It'll be whatever they integrate with it, or they may just leave it alone. Just Xbox owns it. I hope they come out with a better tier, because I hate Discord Nitro. I hate the fact that you pay $10 extra for, little to no extra features. But let's see if Microsoft acquires this. I hope they change that. That's my thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So we could talk about the
PlayStation. Let's talk about the big subject here. Let's see if I can find it. Where there's two actual PlayStation. Let's not get to the big one first. Let's talk about the first one, because we talked about this in text, I believe. So PS5 is reportedly getting an Xbox Game Pass rival, and what they know so far. So what did you think about this, Max? This is something that Sony needs.
Yeah, because the thing is that they have
the Plus collection.
On well, no, the whole PlayStation Now stuff is terrible, and the reason why I'm saying it's terrible is because they did a lot of upgrades to the quality when you stream their games, but it's going back to the whole cloud-based gaming. It's gonna take some years for it to really get to that. And what Microsoft has done is they give you that flexibility. They give you the PC aspect, they give you the Xbox aspect, and then they saying like on certain games, if you want to play cloud-based or play it on your cell phone, you have the option to play it cloud-based. But on the PC and the Xbox, you get to physically download the game to your console or your PC, and you get to play it, as the native resolution that is supposed to be played at. With the whole cloud-based gaming, it's just like it's going back to your internet speed. You might have the best internet, but you're gonna have some times where you playing certain boards or certain missions or whatever the gameplay may be, and the frames are gonna drop, and the resolution is going to drop. I don't care what anybody say. Is no such thing as a solid experience when it comes to cloud-based gaming. Now, when you're playing it on your mobile device, you may not notice it and stuff. But when you're looking at it on your big TV or whatever the case may be, I notice that stuff. So that's just where I'm at with it. I don't know about you.
We'll see. To me, I don't know. PlayStation always had this cocky thing, right? Where they at times they didn't want to open up the crossplay or expand different horizons when it comes to gaming. And Xbox has kind of been the front runner of all these new things, the subscription service, kind of giving people what they think they want, listening to gamers and doing it. They even wanted to do Xbox even wanted to do partnerships with PlayStation and Nintendo. I believe Nintendo at one point may get the Xbox app on the Nintendo Switch. And I think that's a power move, because if you have Game Pass, you can play your cloud games on your Switch. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know how far that would go. But if you look on the internet, there's a lot of articles talking about Xbox app on the Switch. And I'm not talking about what do you call it, rooting it or hacking into it. It's just there's some talks about it. The PlayStation has a huge fan base, right? So it's one of those things. Do they need this? If they want to compete with Game Pass, they got a long way to go. It took Xbox years to perfect this, and it's still not perfected because they're still adding and putting out new features.
Do.
Yeah.
No, I think Sony do, and that's the thing is that I like Sony, and like I said, I have a Sony and I have an Xbox, so I'm like I said, I go both sides, but Xbox, they're hitting the home run left and right and stuff. That Game Pass, people was really sleeping on that Game Pass, and we talked about this last week. You remember when we was talking about Outriders?
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna buy that game. I know you was talking about buying that game,
Mm-hmm.
and then we had some other friends that were buying that game, but they got a PlayStation 5, and I was like, no, I'm not buying that. Xbox just came out the blue and said on day one it's going to be on Game Pass. The same day it's going to be released. There you go. That's a game I can play on Game Pass.
That was awesome.
And then you have all the Microsoft games from Gears to Halo Collection to indie developers and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong. PlayStation had their PlayStation Plus games, and like they've been doing a really good job with that too. So kudos for PlayStation for doing that. But my issue I have with that is that with Game Pass you have access to hundreds of games and stuff, and it's kind of like the Blur philosophy or the Netflix philosophy. It is, well, I would say it's a Netflix, not Blockbuster, but you get to have the games that you want to play and stuff. You don't have to rush out and pay $70 or $60 depending on what game it is. That's kind of like my issue that I have with PlayStation. I think PlayStation need to come with a response with that, because it's like there's a lot of games I want to play on PlayStation, but I don't want to pay that amount of money to play it.
Or pay
I
it
want to try
again.
it out. Yeah, it's like I would like to try it out and stuff. If I like it as much, then I'll go ahead and buy the game. And that's how Game Pass philosophy is. It'll be on there for I don't know how long, 90 days or maybe a little bit longer, maybe even a year, depending on whatever the agreement that they have with the developer. Play as much as you want, and then when it's about to leave Game Pass, you could buy that game at a discount and stuff. I don't know what the exact discount is, but that's your option and stuff. And then you permanently have the game. PlayStation, you don't have that option and stuff. You just hoping whatever you get on PlayStation Plus is a game that you like to play. But
yeah. I will say though that both of them are good in different aspects, because the PlayStation free monthly games are good at a lot of the times, and the Xbox games with gold are horrible. It's always a horrible two selections for the monthly gold, but I think the reason for that is because of Game Pass. Because if they have a high impact AAA title, of course they're going to put it on Game Pass before they just release it to gold monthly and you have it forever. So I think that's why that is. There's been talks about Microsoft getting rid of the what is it, Xbox Gold Live games, whatever the thing is you put together. And I just feel like they don't need it. I mean, everybody has Game Pass now. It's a huge subscription, and Microsoft just keeps adding towards it. So you get so much with so little money monthly. And isn't your multiplayer included with it too? If you get like Ultimate.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay the $60 anymore yearly, which was not bad. I mean, even $100 a year is not bad, because it's a year you're gonna forget about it, and I think that's worth a buy. But as far as PlayStation doing, they got a long way to go. I think they have the tone set with their PlayStation Plus collection, so maybe they should just turn that into like a Game Pass type of deal, instead of just putting their heavy hits on it. Yeah,
they could easily do that if they want to and stuff. So, I'm just saying that it's going to be an issue down the line. It's just like I see what Xbox is doing, what Microsoft is doing. What they're doing is that they're going to get to a point where you don't have to buy the game, and that's why I'm thinking people are starting to see now you don't have to buy the game. Just buy a service and stuff, and that's a monthly service or 3 months or whatever the plan you may get. You pay that and you get to play as many games as you want. The reason why I think Microsoft is going to succeed in that is because that's recurring revenue for them. When they see recurring revenue, they get to develop more stuff. They get to create more stuff and stuff. With Sony, on the other hand, it's kind of like, yeah, you had the PlayStation Plus subscription, which you pay whatever yearly $60 or whatever the case may be, but they don't have that reoccurring revenue like kind of like what Xbox is doing. And so that's something that I think Sony's going to have to think about doing. I mean, I'm just talking about like the whole revenue scheme situation. So,
all right. So I guess we'll get into our big topic today. All right, so the first major PS5's update is available now. When you sent me this, Max, I got pretty excited.
Yeah, so I'm still kind of going through everything, and so what they did was they did update. They did some improvements to the HDR and 120
Yes,
hertz support. So people was complaining about specifically that if you play a non HDR game, um it would force it to be a HDR game, and that's what give it a bad kind of
picture
like bad
quality.
experience.
Yeah,
Yeah, bad picture quality. So you know what, funny, I had the latest update. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, so that could be some of the issues that I'm having with the Sony A90J, but who knows. I'll try it out and see if that make any changes. But so that's a good thing. So what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to automatically switch your output to non-HDR when you're using games or apps that doesn't support HDR. So that's a good thing. The other improvement too that they have added to the system is that they added two new HDMI controls to the systems as part of the PS5 setting menu. So now you get the toggle between the one touch play, and which automatically turns on your connected TV and when you power on your PS5. So I
that's
know I talk
awesome.
about the Sony. I know I talk about the Sony A90J, and but I already have that feature. So with Sony TVs, if I
It's
cut my
automatic.
PlayStation, yeah, if I cut my
Hmm.
PlayStation on, it cuts on my TV. It's the same thing on my older version Sony TV. So that's a good feature for people who don't have Sony TVs. That's a really good feature. So that's one thing, and then also too, it also not only it turns on your TV when you power on the PS5, but it also switched to the correct input. So that's so we was talking about the auto low latency mode
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah,
It's not there yet because it doesn't change the picture settings, but for it to change to the right HDMI input, that's pretty sweet and stuff. So I think that's pretty neat. That's a neat feature. And then also you could toggle between the power off link, so which will turn off your PS5 and the TV. So when you connect your console, so that's a good
yeah.
feature.
So it's a
Um,
good update all in all. I mean, if you have a PlayStation 5, I'm assuming you already have PlayStation Plus. It's probably already updated, so just go check it out. Just go check it out. The only thing,
well, one thing, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, you're good.
One thing, I think one of the biggest update is for PC gamers. So Sony also supporting more PC monitors with 120 hertz in this update. So if you have a 1080p PC monitor, then it will support 120 hertz. It just should now work with the refresh rate of the PS5. Um, I'm wishing that they did 1440p also,
That's what I was
but
getting ready to say.
yeah, but it
Why
but it doesn't have that.
I don't know why they're fighting so
Yeah.
hard of not having things at 1440p. I think the only game that's doing 1440p right now is um uh Metal Gear Solid. And I think it's
Yeah.
1440p at like 60 or something like that. There's
They
a
should throw that in
list.
there.
Yeah, there's a list online. If you type up all games that support 4K 120, you'll get a huge list of over 100 games that actually supports it, and you can see which resolution supports each one. Some are native, some are dynamic, some are 120, some are 60 4K. So it's like you pick your poison. I think when I was streaming Resident Evil 3, the remake, I believe it was 1080p 60. I believe
Mhm.
either that or it was like dynamic 4K. So it wasn't a full performance of what they're promoting, as far as what these consoles are. But I will say, I'm always for high refresh rate, and it gave me a smooth experience. So I really didn't too much care for the 1080p resolution because I'm on a gaming monitor. That's where I game everything on. So
Yeah.
that's my only thing. I just wish that this whole marketing scheme, they should put everything out there. But I mean, you know what they're
They
doing, right? You know what they're
yeah,
doing.
they know what they're doing.
Hey, they
I
they say on
it,
the box it supports 8K. nobody's going to play this in 8K.
Yeah.
Let's just face the
Yeah.
facts.
Well, you really don't have a game that really supports that 8K
Yeah.
anyway. So the other thing is, so unfortunately they don't have VRR support yet on the PlayStation 5. So that may be a negative towards people who really need VR. I mean, for me, I haven't seen a lot of games that really needs that VRR, or I haven't seen that issue. The
Right.
only issue I had was Assassin's Creed, which I talked about before a long time ago, and that was the Xbox Series X, and that's why I wish they had VRR to fix that. But that's one thing, and then the last update, I think the last update that they had on the PS5, now you could use your PS5 games on an external hard drive. So if you remember before, you only could do your PS4 games on the external hard drive, but you can't move your PS5 games to an external hard drive. Now they said they fixed it, and you
But
can
why?
move your
But why
games
not
over.
unlock the storage? I'm so ready to put an NVMe SSD drive in this
E-
PlayStation.
everybody's ready.
Man, this
Yeah.
600 is not
They
doing
said
it.
it's coming. They said it's coming, but who knows how long that's going to take.
Well, that
But
that goes back to the aspect of this is what you get when you become an early adopter. You buy things up front and you don't
yeah,
get everything, and you get all these promises, but you got to wait until they release it. And in some cases, stuff don't ever come out. Remember the huge debacle with the PlayStation 3 with the operating system? They said it was going to stay on there, then they took it away. So,
yeah.
so
Yeah, so and I think the other, I mean, so it's a good thing that you're able to use an external drive for your PlayStation 5, but the issue with that is that you can't play that game on off your external hard drive. So with the Xbox Series X, on the other hand, you can play your games from an Xbox from an external hard drive. You may not get the you may not get the what was the marketing term, that Series X. You may not get the Series X patch update on certain games, but you could play it off an external hard drive
optimized
through
for
the
Series X or
yeah, the
whatever.
optimized version. That's
Yeah.
the word I'm looking for. Yeah, you may not get the optimized version from the external hard drive, but you are still able to play the game. And if you have their external SSD card from Xbox, you are able to play the optimized version of the games off that external drive and stuff. So PlayStation, I don't know why Sony did that and stuff. It's kind of like
This
they
is the
move a
repeat
step
of the
forward,
PlayStation
but
4.
then
This is a repeat
yeah,
of what
it's like
PlayStation 4 did.
they're taking like a half steps approach on certain things. There's a list of things that we want. We want VRR. We want the ability to add a SSD to our PlayStation because their hard drive is way too damn small, and I'm tired of deleting games and re-downloading games just to play certain games. I'm sick of that and stuff. So I'm tired. I'm tired of that. The other thing that I have issues why you can't support Dolby Vision on your 4K Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
That's another gripe of mine. Some people may not care, but for me, I do. Another issue that I have with the PlayStation is that one of my biggest issues is that why you don't have 1440p at 120 hertz. That's something that you
Drives me
should be doing
nuts.
too. If Xbox is doing it, I don't see why Sony can't do it. So that's kind of like my other biggest gripe about that. But that's just me and stuff.
Yeah.
There's some other things, but I just can't think of that. But
Yeah.
those are like the top four
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
that I think Sony should address
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Same problems I have. That again, you buy it early, that's what you get. So, and
yeah.
speaking on that, I guess we'll make this our last one. Um, I don't know how true this article is, but it is from, I don't know if this is a reliable source, but if this is true, this will be awesome.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If this
Okay.
is true, this would be awesome. So yeah, so I'm a Battlefield fan. I finally just got back into Call of Duty, because I haven't been liking the ones that came out. Black Ops, I don't know. I still don't have Black Ops. I'm just not a fan anymore. I think they kind of overused their whole engine and experience and all that stuff. And Call of Duty Modern Warfare just kind of hit everything. Like if Call of Duty Modern Warfare had destruction, it'd be really hard for Battlefield to compete. But Battlefield is known for that. They're known for, if you're in a building, all right, I'll just take the whole building down. But anyway, Battlefield 6, hopefully they took a lot of pointers from Modern Warfare. Battlefield 4 was an amazing game. It had a lot of bugs and they never fixed it. So hopefully, this will be a modern shooter. Hopefully it has Battle Royale.
Yeah.
And I hope that, all the bugs that they had before, there's going to be some bugs. It's always that when it first comes out and everybody buys the game. But these are all hopes, right? So I'm hoping that they do it right this time. I hope it's like Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3 was perfect. And then Battlefield 4 came, it took it up to the next level, but it was buggy. It was real buggy and they never fixed it. Especially the whole shooting somebody around the wall and all that stuff. I mean, everybody hated that. So if it comes to Game Pass, that's a really good power move. Isn't Battlefield an EA game?
Yeah, it's a EA game.
Yeah, so I would assume it'd come out for EA Play.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah, you're absolutely right about that.
So that's why I assume that this will probably most likely be, and that's going to be. Oh, and I hope it's crossplay, just like Modern Warfare is. So it doesn't matter what console you have. I hope they took that pointer too. So, that's where I'm at with it. Other than that, I have nothing else.
Yeah, me either and stuff. The only thing I gotta say is Mortal Kombat is coming out next
Oh
weekend.
yeah. Does it come out on Wednesday? Does it come out on Wednesday? Is it Wednesday that it come out?
I forgot what day it's coming out, but
it said the 23rd.
I am
Hold
looking
on.
for. Yeah, I don't
So
know
that's
what
Friday.
that is.
That's a Friday. So if it was Wednesday,
Yeah.
we was gonna have to skip a podcast.
Oh yeah, we was gonna cancel that podcast because I'm watching Mortal Kombat, but yeah, I'm looking forward to
Mortal
Kombat.
Kombat is the reason why I finally got HBO Max. I was fighting HBO Max all this time, and I didn't even know that HBO Max had all this DC content.
Yeah. After Mortal Kombat, you could go ahead and cancel it because I don't see any other movies that's going to be good that's be coming out on HBO Max.
No. I'm wrapped up in all the DC stuff, so I'm catching up with Titans now. I think the next one I'm gonna watch is Batgirl. Is it Batgirl? Yeah, and then I think I'm gonna watch. Is it Starlight or Stargirl, whatever that is, and I think I'm gonna watch Doom Patrol, and then after that, I think I'm done.
Yeah, Doom Patrol is pretty good.
Yeah.
And stuff. So
yeah,
they have a lot of content on there too. I think I don't know. Where I think they may be struggling with, and I think they're starting to get the momentum going. I kind of wish they had their content in 4K. They only have like the movies as same day as theater as 4K, but I don't know why their other content's in HD, which doesn't make it. It makes absolutely no sense to me why they did that. So HBO Max, if you're listening to me and stuff, if you
why you're gonna have Sony coming at you. You're gonna have Microsoft coming at you. Not HBO Max.
I really don't. I don't care about Sony. I don't care about Microsoft. I don't care about HBO Max. I don't care. But I mean, but these are good criticisms though. These are nobody's perfect, and it's like if you want to continue to have paid subscriptions or people to buy your products, here's what you should take some feedback and stuff. So HBO Max, make all your content 4K. I don't know why you don't do that. Make all the content 4K,
especially you're
or
paying
HDR10.
Especially paying more monthly out of all the streaming subscriptions besides the YouTube TV, Hulu TV, and Sling.
Yeah,
right. They're the most expensive, so you would think that that they would have the 4K content, and maybe they're doing that because they get the new movies, so you have to pay more, so they can pay whoever brings it up to their platform. I don't know.
But the new movies is on Dolby. That's the thing, is it's kind of weird. It's like when there are new movies that come out for the theater, that is in 4K. But it's like all the other content is HD. It just doesn't make any sense. Like the older catalog movies, it's all HD. It's not 4K. I don't understand that. But you have Apple TV. I know people don't care about Apple TV that much.
Yep, I'm one of them.
Stuff. Yeah, but all their content is 4K, Dolby Vision. Same thing for Netflix. All their stuff is 4K.
Yeah, Netflix is doing it right.
except for the exception of some anime stuff and some shows that comes to the streaming service that has nothing to do with Netflix. That's a different story and stuff. But it's kind of like Amazon Prime. Like I watch like The Invincible and The Boys and stuff like
Oh, The
that.
Boys is amazing.
For, like I said, that's 4K and stuff like that. 4K HDR10. I'm happy with that. HBO is like out of all the streaming services and stuff, HBO is the only one that does HD, which doesn't make sense, except for their the same day as movie theater. I just don't understand that and stuff. That's something that HBO Max need to fix and stuff, especially if you charging that type of premium. It's like, come on, man, that's like that's something you could do.
All right.
That's the least you could do. Yeah. But all right, that's my gripe. All right,
Yeah.
I'm done. All right, I'm done talking. All right. So all right, go ahead and sound those off, Mo.
No, yeah, before Max starts going off on all these huge what do you call these huge companies here, right? So other than that, I'm on Dog Gaming. That's Max Chambliss. You can check us out on our channel. I am where's my fingers? Boom, there's my name there. Catch me on Facebook. And Max, I can't reach over and touch your sign and all that stuff.
So well, hold on for a minute. I think it's that. Yeah, so subscribe to our channel and stuff like that. Moan got to start streaming again.
I know. I got to get back on it. I've been so
he's
busy.
Pretty good at that. So yeah, so we like to keep the content different. On our podcast, we like to talk about video games and pretty much anything technology related, stuff like that. So, so hopefully you guys like this content and stuff. So if you have any suggestions or topics that you'd like to talk about, just let us know.
Yeah, I got the Discord in the whole chat section, so you come to Discord, you can talk to us and all that stuff. So yeah, other than that,
give us feedback.
Yeah, I love it. Good or bad and ugly, I take it all. I might cuss you back out. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm not. I would just say okay. All right. I hope everyone have a good one.
Peace out.
All right, take care.